Welcome to Mobil1 The Grid. Coming up today, we get set for the 2016 World Endurance Championship and hit the white stuff in the extreme north of China. We fire up today's Mobil1 The Grid with a look ahead to the new WEC season with reigning LMP1 champions Porsche. 2015 was a stellar year for the Porsche team, with overall victory at Le Mans as well as manufacturers and drivers' titles in the World Endurance Championship. Eager to set eyes on this year's challengers, fans and media arrived at the official prologue pre-season test at Paul Ricard, where the title-winning 919 hybrid took pride of place in the assembled 2016 machinery.
It was very cool seeing the car unveiled yesterday with the number one. Obviously, it's a bit of a bullseye for the other teams. Adds a bit of responsibility for us this year, a little bit of added pressure. But to be honest, we already had that last year. You know, everyone expects big things from Porsche. Last year we delivered. The plan is to do the same again, but we're very mindful of our competition.
Well, we worked hard for the number one on the car. So Timo, Brendan, myself, the whole team. It wasn't just one guy, obviously. So we're proud to have it, no question about it. To get the job done last year in 2015 was pretty special, to be honest. But now we've got to do a huge job again to manage to keep the number one on the car for 2016.
The prologue is a chance for drivers and teams to really see the competition for the first time. And with Toyota's new TS050 already touching 213 mph on track and Audi's ferocious-looking new R18, the 2016 919 has some serious rivals.
It's clear it's an evolution from last year's proven car. And last year we didn't have like one major weak point. It was more like we wanted to get the car better in the details. So we worked on a lot of fine things that you probably won't see from the outside, but they're very important.
Yeah, the evolution is actually pretty small, but we looked at all areas to improve weight, aerodynamics, the suspension. So yeah, constantly evolving this 919. It's not a huge new product, a new car if you like, but because it's a platform we know very well.
Running one of the most complex race cars ever built takes 100 highly trained specialists at the racetrack, supported by an even bigger team back at headquarters in Weissach, Germany.
The home-based team is very important because they get the information from us, from tests or from races, and they keep on working on the small details that we need and support us on the race weekends as well.
I think we have a very good team spirit in Weissach. Obviously the success helps. The great asset we have in this team is that we have both the development side, but also the entire race team located at the facility in Weissach, which gives you the shortest possible ways in terms of communication and also decision making.
The Weissach outfit will field two machines in a heated LMP1 category this year. And like their teammates in the number one car, Romain Dumas, Neil Yarni and Mark Lieb stay together for a third straight season.
Of course, with the other car, you always have a small rivalry in the team, which one is the quicker car. But that's normal, and the respect of each other is really big. And it's always fun, you know, to share racing with great guys and great talent.
I think we're a good team. We showed that last year. In how we won this championship, and Le Mans, and the team championship, and the driver championship. You know, that was a true team effort.
We have to perform, but also we have to help each other. It's not always a perfect day, so we have to help, we have to speak about, we have to understand each other. And I think very good that in 2 years already we arrived to create such atmosphere in the team, and that's a part of the success for sure.
Team spirit will be key as Porsche embark on their third season in sports cars Premier category. And with the 919s dominating the timesheets at Paul Ricard, they're relishing their new role as defending champions.
The main reason why we do this is because we want to win races. I mean, this is what drives us out of bed every morning, every single member of the team. And for sure there's a lot of emotions involved. I think motorsport is the only business where everything is so close together. Maximum excitement, disappointments, the feeling of winning races, the feeling of losing races. And I think if you wouldn't feel emotions there, where else would you feel it then?
We'll be meeting the rest of the WEC field later in the show, but right now we're off to the UK to meet a very British manufacturer with an international driver lineup.
Crewe in the English county of Cheshire is home to British car manufacturer Bentley Motors. Racing has been at the heart of the company since the 1920s, and one of 6 modern-day Bentley boys is works driver Andy Soucek, who made an important pre-season visit.
Alright, so here we are. We're arriving to our workshop. This is the motorsport department. Yeah, this is my second home, so welcome.
Racing across 4 continents, Bentley uses motorsport to develop its road car technology. At the heart of the programme is their 2-car assault on the Blanpan GT series, where the Continental GT3 races against other top manufacturers.
I'm very excited. 2016 is going to be probably the most successful year of the Blanpan Endurance and Sprint series. I'm sure there will be at least 10 cars favourites to win in each of the 2 championships, and hopefully we are one of them.
After 2 years in the Blanpan Endurance Series, the decision to add a works campaign to the Sprint Series will increase the workload for the team, but it's a challenge Bentley relish.
We're 3 years into this programme. Car build's gone well. A lot of events, over 200,000 kilometres of racing, quite a few podiums, a couple of championship wins. It's hard work, it's a challenge. Of course, we're all car racers at heart, so we enjoy it.
For the second year in a row, the Bentley boys prepared for the campaign with a trip down under to Australia's great enduro, the Bathurst 12 Hours.
Bathurst is a great race for us. I think anybody who's seen Bathurst realises it's got everything there. It's well supported. It's good for a British manufacturer to be down there. It's a tough race, very tough on the cars, very tough on the team.
It's a demanding track with very hot temperatures. It's 12 hours as well, so it puts the car really to the limit, and the driver as well. So I see no better way to start the season than going to Bathurst. We proved to be competitive enough to at least be able to fight for the podium. We led the race until the 6th hour of it, and unfortunately we had a very unfortunate accident with a lapped car. But overall, I'm very, very pleased with how the car felt, and I'm very confident for this year.
A podium for the sister car gives the team hope they can repeat the feat at the Blanpan Series key event, the Spa 24 Hours in August. With a large amount of championship points on offer, Spa has been Bentley's Achilles heel in the past 2 seasons, despite the fact that the car has won races elsewhere in the series.
The car is nice to drive. In every racetrack you have the feeling that there is some corners where you find the car is better than the rest, but if I have to pick up one where the car is particularly good, I would say Silverstone. The car has always been extraordinarily good there through that section of Maggots Beckets. Those fast corners, left, right, left, the car feels just unreal over there.
Racing in both the Endurance and Sprint Series this season gives them the chance of the overall Blanpan title in 2016. One of the championships seems a minimum requirement for the great British manufacturer.
Clearly a championship win is most important to us. Wins in events, home events for us are great. We do very well at Silverstone. That's a good solution for us. But a championship win is what everyone is chasing.
With all eyes on Shanghai and Formula One's Round 3, we drop the temperature now with a trip to spectacular northern China.
Earlier this year, we joined Formula 1 star Nico Hülkenberg in the Arctic Circle as he took to the ice in a Porsche 911 Cup car. But while the Force India star was enjoying his winter break, a similar challenge was being cooked up in Yakeshi, Inner Mongolia. Harsh winter temperatures of -40 might make it an unlikely destination for a motorsport event, but a trio of winning racers from the Carrera Cup Asia were about to take part in Porsche Snowfalls.
Hi, my name's Yui Tan. I drive car number 5 for Team Jebsen.
My name is Uttikon Interapuwasat. I'm racing for Team S Cola.
My name is Wayne Shen. I race for Malina Motorsports. We invite them to experience this special event for Porsche and to give them the experience of driving the sports car on ice. You have to completely reset your mind, play with the drift, play with the weight distribution. I don't know if it will help them during the Car Cup Asia season, but for sure they get a really special experience here.
Once the Carrera Cup aces had found their footing on the frozen surface, they were set 2 precision tasks that would test their winter driving skills.
We're going to do 2 challenges. The one we're going to do, it's a 360. There's a double cone in the middle where you have to drift 2 rounds. The last one, try to park your car drifting in sideways, park into this red box.
So first up was the 360 drift. Looks straightforward, but a technique they don't often use on the Carrera Cup racetracks around Asia.
Good job. Lucky. Not lucky. Good skills.
Finally, a bit of parallel parking. Despite the tyre spikes, it wasn't easy to stop a Porsche right between the lines. But Yui Tan and the guys enjoyed the challenge.
It's been a lot of fun. It's pretty evident that we're just having a really good time.
Next stop, the Chinese Grand Prix, where the trio are racing at the opening round of the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. Perhaps they can compare ice notes with Nico Hülkenberg.
After the break, we get Jenson Button's take on the Shanghai International Circuit and take a look at all 4 classes in this year's WEC. Welcome back to Mobil1 The Grid. We jet off to the Far East now as Formula 1 ace Jenson Button previews the Chinese Grand Prix. The Shanghai International Circuit plays host to round 3 of the F1 World Championship, the 5.5-kilometre track where Michael Schumacher set the lap record back in 2004 is a short but hair-raising trip out of the bustling city centre.
Getting to the circuit is the scariest part. You know, driving the circuit's quite relaxed, but getting there is pretty crazy with the traffic. But the event's great. I think it's a nice setup. You know, I think we've been getting more and more Chinese people interested in Formula 1, so the grandstands are fuller and fuller every year, which is great. They're very supportive of certain drivers, which is also very good. The circuit itself I really like. I think it's a great layout. I think it makes for good racing, and I think we've seen some pretty good racing in dry conditions, wet conditions, and on and off wet conditions. So it's a race I always look forward to. Turn 1 is so long and you're just waiting for it to end. There are a couple of really high-speed corners in the middle of the lap, which is left, right, and then a double left, which is great. That for me is the section that you look forward to every lap, you know, carrying the speed through there. It's a section of the lap also where you hold your breath, not on purpose, just because of the G-force. You cannot breathe through that section, which is pretty awesome.
The last few seasons have seen Mercedes and Ferrari win at the circuit, but it's also a track which brings back happy memories for Jenson Button, who triumphed there back in 2010.
It was my 4th race with McLaren after winning the World Championship the year before, and I didn't win when I won the World Championship around Shanghai, but I did win it the year later. So a great race in mixed conditions. My teammate finished 2nd as well, Lewis, so great celebrations.
We're off to Italy now to check out Pirelli's R&D facility, where the tyres are designed for F1 and motorsport's other elite categories. For more than a century, Pirelli have been using motorsport as the ultimate proof of performance. At their research and development facility in Milan, the team takes prototype concepts from design right through to the racetrack.
Hello, I'm Diego Sabato. I'm a testing engineer here in Pirelli, and welcome to our testing department. In the first phase, after the design, the drawing of the new tread pattern, we have to translate that 3D drawing into a cut, a guideline that we make on the first prototype. Now we are creating, with the special shaped blades, the actual cut on the tire. This is the process that is the same for production tire and motorsport tires. Pretty tough job. You have to be very accurate, so they are halfway between technician and artist. Here we analyze the static footprint of the tire. So we press the tire with the known load, known pressure, known camber, and we detect the shape of the footprint and the pressure. And the specific task of this one is measuring performance of the tire. So we have here 2 drums rolling with the tire, bringing a flat surface sustained by pressurized water. We have an A-frame loading the tire with the vertical load. We can control the pressure, apply slip angle, camber angle, torque. We can do pretty much everything that happens under the car. So we can measure what we call the carpet of performance of the tire. So this is, let's say, the last step and one of the most important. It is an integrity test, where on this machine we can push the tire beyond its limit with really severe condition of load and velocity. We can go up to 450 kph. So we have to inspect the tire while it's rolling during this fatigue cycle and try to detect if any defect is present, where it started, in order to make modification of the tire structure in order to avoid problems in the future. Thank you for joining us in the visit of the indoor testing department of Pirelli.
We stay in Italy now and head on to the grid for the latest race action.
And Bazzano played host to the opening round of the Blanpan GT Sprint Series. The Bentley Team M Sport squad began the Blanpan season in perfect style, with Andy Soucek and Maxime Soulet taking victory in the Saturday night qualifying race. So, as the grid assembled for Sunday's full points feature event, the Continental GT3 was on pole and flying the flag for Britain. Soulet was quick off the line, but as the pack field headed for turn 1, lost the lead to Philip Eng in the 99 Roll Racing BMW. With 38 cars on track, tensions ran high, especially when Soulet's Bentley was spun out by the number 4 WRT Audi of Dries Van Toor. Audi were in trouble again when the Phoenix Racing R8 punted Stef Dusseldorp in the second row BMW out of contention, to the annoyance of teammate Nick Katzberg. 15 minutes in and the leader was under heavy pressure, the number 1 WRT Audi eventually forcing its way past the 99 and into P1. Positions remained unchanged through the compulsory pit stops, and as he built his lead, Laurent Vantour even lapped his brother Dries in the sister WRT car. After their early spin dropped them to 32nd, Bentley fought back, with Andy Soucek recovering to an impressive 11th. But the real action was the battle for third. Felix Rosenqvist in the 88 Mercedes hunted down, and after slight contact passed the 99 BMW, now driven by Alexander Sims. In a cruel twist of fate, the HTP car was robbed of a podium finish when it was forced to retire just 1 minute before the end of the race. While out front, the WRT Audi held on to win, 1.6 seconds ahead of the 84 Mercedes, the 99 BMW completing the podium. It was a perfect start for Belgian Audi Club Team WRT and a statement victory for Frederik Vervisch and Laurent Vantour.
Very good day to begin a championship. As I said in the press conference at the qualifying, this year is a high quality, a lot of teams, a lot of good drivers. So to be able to win in this field, I think is something we can be really proud of. It was not an easy one, that's for sure, but yeah, we did it. That's all that matters, and a good start to the year.
The next Blanpan GT action will be round 1 of the Endurance Cup at Monza.
To end today's Mobil1 The Grid, we return to the WEC Prologue to meet the rest of the challengers in this year's championship.
After topping the timesheets throughout the prologue test, the Porsche team look well set for the new season. But in LMP1, nothing stands still, and Toyota and Audi both have new machines to take on the defending champions.
Really happy to be back with a new weapon, a new toy for us. So it's always making the thing even more excited.
We saw a lot of the Porsche and Audis last year, mainly coming up to lap us under blue flag situations, and hopefully this year we'll be looking at the front of them again when they're genuinely behind us fighting for position. It's one of those things that you go into a new year with the optimism, the hope that you're going to be with them again, that you're going to be faster than them, but you never know until you actually see the lap times for real on the same day.
For me, the car feels great. It has a lot of potential. So we will have to see and wait until Silverstone, because it will always depend on how the competition is, and it can feel good for us, but if the others are faster, then it's a problem. But I don't think it will be the case.
There's more exotic machinery in the LMP1 privateer category, where Rebellion Racing's stunning R1 will defend the class title, with a driver lineup that evokes memories of Formula One's heyday.
Nelson is a good friend. We've known each other for a long time. Now I think I'm really happy to having as a teammate. You know, there was never a problem between my dad and his dad. They were good friends, so no, it's quite funny to be together.
It's great to share a car with him. It's always great to share a car with not only good drivers but also nice people. You know, I think this year we seem to be the quickest in our class. So it would be an honor to share a World Championship trophy with him.
The LMP2 class is attracting more big names, with ex-F1 stars Vitaly Petrov and Bruno Senna joining this year's grid. But it's the American ESM team who stand out after early season victories in the US IMSA series.
It's the only all-American lineup, which is fun to fly the flag for the United States. We saw firsthand last year how competitive LMP2 is in the WEC. This year is only going to be more competitive, but at least we have a better grasp of what we need to do as a team and what we need to do as drivers to compete.
In a packed GTE field, Dempsey Proton Racing will defend Porsche's Pro title against stunning new machines from Ferrari and Ford. Like Ferrari, Aston Martin take on both Pro and AM classes.
In GT, it's very competitive between the Pro category and the AM categories. I mean, all manufacturers are fighting. Aston Martin have been with a very competitive car since a long time, and hopefully this year we're going to do a good season.
The return of Ford to the category has definitely enhanced the competition, and Ferrari with the new car, 488, and Corvette joining Le Mans, and then Porsche as well, and yeah, it's going to be very competitive.
The competition's just so fierce. GT's been unbelievable for the last few years anyway. Now you put us into the mix, and I think it all goes up a level. The new regulations have given the cars more power, more downforce, so the performance is stepping up a level. And I think when you look at it in the World Championship, GT class is where it's at. All those incredible manufacturers going against each other. It's going to be a battle royale.
With 33 entries for the Silverstone Opener, the 2016 WEC is the biggest so far. An extended 9-race calendar takes the series across Europe, the Americas, Asia and the Middle East, but one race dominates the drivers' thoughts.
50 years ago, Ford won Le Mans. Not only did they win it, they took the top 3 steps on the podium, and here we are 50 years on, going back to Le Mans, fighting in a World Endurance Championship. So everybody's very excited. It's a wonderful place to be now for me, and I can't wait to get the season started.
Next time, Anthony Davidson gives the inside track on the new Toyota, and Danica Patrick talks wrecking and drafting at Talladega. Meanwhile, join us on YouTube, Twitter and Mobil1TheGrid.com for exclusive motorsport features and the very best writers on the web. Mobil1TheGrid.com is your home of motorsport online. See you next time.